Good morning. I'm really glad to be here. She forgot to include dance party. That's also this afternoon at 2. Woo! I'm going to teach you guys to Roomba. Sounds fun, huh? So, some of you may know, but most of you may not, that about 25 years ago, when I was just 3, okay, well, I was a little older than that. 25 years ago, I stepped foot in this church, and it was my very first experience with unity. Isn't that crazy? Yes. Now, mind you, I was fresh off the heels of a fundamental Baptist church over on the other side of the tracks. So when I came, I was really nervous, and I kind of felt like I was abandoning ship or joining a cult. I didn't quite know what I was in store for. But I'll tell you, when I walked in, I felt like I was home. I really did. So now I live in Kansas City, and I go to Unity of Overland Park, and I've traveled around the country and always find myself in Unity churches because this is just home. So thank you for having me here, and it feels really special to be back, kind of where I met Unity first. So this is my first date. Yes. So, and I appreciate the music too. Joe's awesome, and you did a great job singing. It's really an amazing church, and all the activities you guys do, that's just awesome. So I commend you, and my heart is with you. Please know that. But I have a question for you. Have you ever got lost? You ever felt like you sort of made a wrong turn or missed the boat? Made a U-turn, kind of got off course? Yeah. I have. Not only in life, but driving too. So not too long ago, I was visiting a friend. It was the second time that I'd been out to see her. So I knew-ish where I was supposed to go. So I started driving along, and no sooner had I left my familiar subdivision when I started thinking, questioning. Oops, was I supposed to take that first turn, or do I take the second turn? Oh wait, was it on the left or was it on the right? And the more I started thinking, and the more I started questioning myself, the more lost I felt. The more lost I felt, the more overwhelmed I became. So I'm sweating and thinking, what a horrible friend, I'm never going to get to her house. And suddenly I remembered I have this cool tool, this nice device, right next to me on my phone. It's GPS. All I need to do is plug in an address, tell this thing where I want to go, and it will guide and direct me there. Pretty cool, huh? So then I was thinking, well, wouldn't it be sweet if we had a kind of a life GPS, spiritual GPS? Wouldn't that be sweet? Well, we do. We do. And that's what I want to share with you today. You, me, all of us, it's a factory install. We have divine GPS. So I'll tell you a little bit about what that is and then how to access this divine GPS. A spiritual teacher named Philip Yancey said, "A God wise enough to create me and the world I live in is wise enough to watch out for me." You have GPS. You're never alone. Your spiritual GPS are your guardian angels and protective spirits. GPS. Guardian angels and protective spirits. And they are with you all the time. In Exodus, God told the people, "See, I am sending an angel before you to protect you on your journey and to lead you safely to the place that I have prepared for you." So first we're going to talk about our guardian angels, who they are and what they are and how they can communicate with us. So guardian angels are the pure presence of spirit, absolute, unconditional, pure love. From the moment we take our first breath until the moment we set aside our bodies, guardian angels are with us. They will not leave us, will not abandon us. We're never, ever alone. Our guardian angels guide us towards healthy choices. They help us feel inspired to reach for more. They help us accept more love and to receive more love. They're just unconditional in their presence and their support for us. Eileen Freeman, who's an author who's written extensively about angels, says, "Angels are all around us, all the time, in the very air that we breathe." Isn't that wonderful to remember? They're with us constantly with each breath. So angels are a pretty incredible source of support and understanding and acceptance for us, because the guardian angels you have now have traveled with you in every lifetime and will always be with you. They're constant companions. The other nice thing is that you can always call more angels. You can be an angel hoarder if you want. And they'll make a reality show about you. So you can ask for more angels and have more angels. And then you can ask angels to be with others too. But you're never unprotected and you're never alone. Angels will never give up on you. In Psalms it says, "For he will give his angels charge over you, concerning you, to guard you in all your ways." All your ways. So it doesn't matter what church you go to, what shirt you wear, what food you eat, what exercise routine you do, what prayer you pray, even if you don't pray at all. Your angels love you. That's all. Their philosophy is love. So how do we know that we're in contact with our angels, or how do we access that angelic wisdom? And the first way, and I think the most powerful way, is to pay attention to that still, small voice that's within. Listen. Listen to that still, small voice. Because angels are pure love, unconditional love, they always speak with that loving inner voice. All is well. Breathe. Peace. Be still. That's that inner voice. That's the voice of angels in the presence of love. Also know that when angels communicate you, they will only speak in a loving fashion. Your angels aren't going to compare you or judge you or critique you or criticize you. Only love. So that's the guardian angels. That's the G in your divine GPS. So let's talk a little bit about the protective spirits who are with us, who can guide us and encourage us and lead us along our path. So these protective spirits are your loved ones on the other side. Pets, friends, archangels, master teachers, spirit guides, those who have had a human experience or been physically connected into our lives but have departed the physical plane. And do not doubt, they remain with you. They remain with us throughout all of our lives. The cool thing about our protective spirits, about our loved ones on the other side, is that once we make that transition, once we transition out of this three-dimensional experience, in order to be a protective spirit or a spiritual guide, there's training classes on the other side. So they're prepared and ready and willing to serve us. That's why they remain with us. Oftentimes, we believe that maybe talking to them will hold them back. Or if we're sad and missing them, that hurts them in some way. But I want you to know that your loved ones are not held back by your grief. They're not stifled when you're sad. That's part of love. That's part of missing that connection. So please know that when you talk to them, when you yell at them, when you cry, they love you. And you do not hold them back. They're always ready and willing to serve. So how do our protective spirits, how do our loved ones, and how do they communicate with us? Well, in lots of ways. So I wanted to share a few of those with you today. One way that our loved ones from the other side communicate with us is through our vision, through what we see. Very similar to road signs that tell us the speed and when to turn and things like that. Our loved ones give us signs. Maybe it's pennies, feathers, or numbers, dreams, visions. We see spiritual information in our physical world all the time. Animals, it's there. So open your eyes. Open your eyes. It would be hard to drive with your eyes closed, wouldn't it? Yeah. Open your eyes. Open the eyes in your heart, because you'll see the signs all the time. And then listen. Listen. Because our loved ones can communicate with us. Our protective spirits communicate with us in fabulous and amazing ways. Through music. You hear on the radio. Maybe a song pops into your head at just the right time when you need to hear it. But listen. Listen, because they speak to us. And then feel. Oftentimes our loved ones and these spirits who guide us give us emotional feelings, a feeling of calm. So perhaps you think of a loved one and instantly you just feel peace. It's because their spirit has activated within you and drawn closer to you so that you know you're not alone. So pay attention to those feelings. And then notice the physical feelings too. You think of a loved one and you get chills. Or you feel warmth over your body. Your heart opens. You've had that before, I'm sure. That's those physical feelings that remind us we're not alone. Oftentimes you may feel a physical presence with you or a presence with you. And again, you know you're not alone. So pay attention to all those signs and know that those are very sure and direct ways that our loved ones, that these protective spirits, communicate with us from the other side. Because their goal and their intention, their desire, is to keep us moving forward, to keep us on the path, and to remind us always that love lives. Love is always very much alive. So those are the components of the GPS, the guardian angels and protective spirits. But how do we access that? So how do we work this system that we've got? Because on your phone or your car, you've got to actually launch the GPS in order for it to work, right? You don't wake up in the morning and the GPS says, "Get up, you're going to the store today. Here's the path you're going to take." Doesn't work that way, does it? No. And it's a good thing it probably doesn't. I don't want my GPS planning my day for me. So we have to engage. We have to activate this system of support. We have to ask. But it's always there for us. It's always accessible to us. It's important to know, too, that with your divine GPS, if you take a turn this way, and maybe it's not what you wanted, just like your GPS, it'll help you reroute. Have you ever launched your GPS and it says, "Don't you know your directions by now?" No. Your divine GPS is never going to judge, never going to tell you you made a wrong turn, never going to ask, "Why do you need these directions again? Haven't I told you 15 times? No. Your divine GPS is here to guide you and to serve you unconditionally with love. So the first step in activating it is to ask. You gotta ask. You gotta launch the app and tell it where you want to go. Okay, angels, I need some help finding wellness. And then an idea about a yoga class comes into your mind. Or you read about a new nutritional program. Or you see an announcement about a class with healthy snacks. Just ask where it is you'd like to go. Not on a map, but where it is you'd like to go in your spiritual path. I want to go to a place of peace. I want to feel wellness. I want to feel connection. You have to ask. You have to ask. Then they'll help you find the path. So step 1 is ask. Step 2, you're not going to like this step, but it's important, and it is what makes the program work. You have to be patient. You have to wait sometimes. But think about it. Now, when you program this thing into your phone and tell you, when you tell it where you want to go, it's not like that. There's the map. It searches, it looks, it zooms in, it finds if there's blockages. It takes a minute or two, and then there's the map. But you have to be patient. Just imagine if you asked for assistance from your angels and your protective spirits, and then instantly they told you what to do for the next 25 years. Can you imagine if when I walked in those doors 25 years ago, I got the message, you're going to be speaking up there on the stage in 25 years? I would have flipped. I couldn't have handled all the... Because you know what? I've had to take so many turns and follow so many paths and learn so much, step by step by step, before I was ready to be here with you guys today. But every turn and every step has led me to here right now. And I think that's a miracle. And all of your paths have led you here today too. We've come together. And I just think that's a wonder. That's divine GPS. So you have to allow it to come to you step by step by step. Don't be impatient. Let it be revealed one step at a time. Because it'll all work. You'll get there. So step 1 is ask. Step 2 is be patient. Okay, so I said step 2 might be the hardest, but maybe step 3 is hard too. I don't know. It's part of the spiritual path, and that is trust. Trust. When you get those messages, don't think you're making them up. Or don't think you're crazy. Or don't think, oh no, that just couldn't be. When you get the messages, trust. Okay, there's something to this. I feel like I need to be in this class. I feel like I need to reach out and call this person. Just trust. And follow it one step at a time. So let's say you're working on a desire or a destination of wellness, and you get a feeling or you see an announcement about a class. Maybe it's a yoga class. And you're wondering how you're going to get into a pretzel pose because you haven't bent over in 15 years. It doesn't work. First you'll do it slow, and then you build, and then you build, and then you build. You turn, go left, go east, head north, one step at a time. But follow it and trust. So it's that easy. First you ask, you wait, and then you follow and trust. Sometimes it may not look like you're going the direction you think you should, but I promise when you stay true, when you follow and listen to your heart, when you every single day access that divine GPS, you will always, always find your way home. So yes, I don't know what your destination is, but today and every day, tune in and launch that GPS, and you'll always find success. Yes? You'll do it?